put your live over there so we can see all of this?
You hit the shot for me one second. That's what I want to get everybody in there. No, you take the shot you got. Second.
Hey.
Welcome, Real Estate Divas.
Is Maddie up?
I should be. We're just waiting on inspection. Hey guys, welcome to the Real Estate Divas Grand Finale. I'm Miss Madison Realty of Christie's and
Candace.
like this her first time.
I know. Sorry, I'm being nice to the guests. Okay, Candace of Group 26 Real Estate, Custom Fitted Realty on Instagram.
And we have a guest tonight. What's your name, boo?
LaTanya with Remax First Realty 2.
LaTanya from First Remix. Hey, boo.
Hey.
So happy you could join us
I
tonight.
appreciate the invite.
Hi, it's Kat with Remax First Realty 2 as well.
Hi, and I'm Shireen with Group 26, located in Edgewater. How you guys doing today?
Hey, so wait a second. Everyone has a team, and I'm gonna have to bring in somebody from Christie's. It's kind of like I don't like how this feeling this evening. Hey, ladies, it's our grand finale. You know you owe me buzzing to the snake. You owe.
Yeah.
So y'all ain't do the snake.
No,
Okay.
I did the boat. I was doing the BOGO.
To definitely set off this evening, we're going to have a little champagne toast. So, Shireen, do you want to pop that Prosecco for us?
Oh my God, you guys want me to pop a
Yes.
bottle?
Yes, please don't pop it in your eye, honey.
Or my eye.
Do you remember last week us
Appointments
trying to make
tomorrow.
those drinks? That
Child,
was like, let's just hope it's much
illegal.
easier while we're on air than how it was
Last
last week, because that was a mess.
Hopefully. But as long as it all tastes good inside of a cup. So, let's start with Tanya since she's our guest. How was your weekend, boo?
It was it was very productive.
You look tan. Did you go somewhere?
You know what? I wish I did, but it was all Jersey sun and just hanging out here and showing homes and working with my buyers and sellers. That's what I like to hear. But it was great. I've been just been out here on these streets, and that's where I'm getting my tan from right now.
Out here in the streets. That's a nice way to get a tan. Miss Custom Fit, I'm just loving this little dress. It just reminds me of like it's time for a real party.
Yes,
I love it.
thank you.
That would have been perfect for your 80s party. Y'all know I'll be stalking your Instagram. Like, man, how you know? I know.
Yeah. I was in the mood, to do the whole 80s thing. My weekend was good though. Just kind of relaxed a little bit, worked and stuff. It was chill. I enjoyed it. How was yours?
This weekend, oh goodness, I took my godson to a college fair on Saturday.
Nice.
And I think the fair was awesome, but what I'm going to recommend going forward with any fairs, any college fairs particularly that you're going to have, try to have the list of colleges that are going to be at the fair.
Right.
So your consumer know who is going to be there, because it wasn't quite the colleges that he wanted to attend, but it was nice for him to be around other students that were seeking to go to college. And I have a question. All you guys have kids? I know you. And
I think just us two
Just-
on this end.
Yeah.
so
I do not.
I want to ask y'all a question. So I know y'all love y'all kids, but is there ever a time when you don't like your child?
Speaking of which, my kids were with my mother this weekend.
Nice.
So it was definitely a well-deserved break, so to speak. It's always you just needed me time.
Okay.
Yeah, you always need me time, family time, Baytime, whatever it is. It's necessary.
So it's okay not to like him for one day.
Yeah.
Okay, because I said I love you, but today I don't like you today. So I just wanted to make sure, being that I'm not a parent, was that okay?
No.
But
Can you
I
relate?
did call him and tell him why I didn't like him
It's
on that
okay.
day.
'Cause it's okay because sometimes, a lot of times, they're mini version of yourself, and sometimes you get on your own nerves. So you could imagine if you have a mini me walking around acting just like you, doing all the things you know you would have done, and you just want to like strangle them. But my daughter's pretty good, but there's some times that I have to look at her like, I could unmake you. You know that, right?
Just how I made you.
Basically.
Crazy.
But
How
yeah.
so thank you for, letting me know that I'm human, that it's okay
You're
to
human.
love them,
It's
but
okay.
not to like
You
them
always
once in
love
a
them.
while.
Always.
Always love them. But liking them?
Like is different.
I was scared. Like, do I not love him no more since I like him today? I love you, Zakai. Saturday, you was working, got mommy nerves. Kat, how was your weekend, boo?
My weekend was good. As I said, the kids were with my mother this weekend, so I had a little quiet time.
Quiet. I seen the 80s party girl. Stop
Well,
playing.
I
Ain't you turn up? I seen that.
Y'all was cute.
I worked. I definitely made sure I scheduled my appointments accordingly. Caught a movie. My client had a 90s party yesterday, a 90s brunch, and it was so much fun.
90s. I'm
It
sorry.
was so much fun. And I think I still stuck with the Eric.
Okay. That's why I was like, hey,
Yeah,
Clueless.
I'm still in the 90s, so it was a great time. Brunches are always a good
I'm
time.
telling you.
It's
like,
you
we
do
too
all of that,
old.
and it's like, wow, it's only 8 o'clock.
It'd be like 5 o'clock and you sending that, what you doing, text? That's why I don't do brunch.
Right.
Right. So shout out to Chef Jeff. That was a great time at the brunch last night. Well, yesterday morning. But yeah, that was my weekend. Sure.
My weekend was kind of chill. So my family in September, I swear, I have a huge family. They have a birthday, if not every day, every other day. So all
wow.
30, and I mean every day, right? So on Friday, I went to three cousins and one aunt. We had one birthday party for all of them in my uncle's backyard. We did that. And obviously, you guys see, I took out my braids because I just was not having it. And then I just didn't have time to get my hair done. So I was just, listen, you jump in the shower and you go.
Got that wash and go look.
That wash and go. Thank you. It's a pain.
Got her Shay Say on.
I was on Facebook the other day and some guy, rude black man was like, well, a girl is broke when she talks about how much she loves her natural hair. Let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. People went off on him, especially one guy, and he did it in like the most polite way. But truthfully told, when
It's
people wear
expensive.
their hair like this, like constantly, it's very expensive.
It is.
It
It's more money
is.
to maintain short
And
hair.
time.
Amen to that.
Short time you can't confess.
I'm going every week to maintain.
Yeah.
When
When I have my weave, I just like get my weave and I'm good. I'm like, okay. But yeah, and it's time consuming.
Yeah.
It
It
is.
is.
It's very time consuming. So
Lot of
this ain't gonna
maintenance.
last very long. I can't do this. No. But it is what it is. And then my weekend, I put in 2 offers.
Woo!
Should be putting in one again tonight when I get home. And I'm just working my butt off. That's it.
Fourth quarter is important, y'all. So over the weekend also, or should we go into our toast? I wanted to actually involve our producers, but they stepped out. But I'm sure we can toast again with them. So should we toast now?
Sure.
To who wants to do the toast?
Well, I think it should be you.
Don't make me cry. You're not gonna latches on. If y'all insist. Well, I am super excited that this actually came. This word always messes me up. Is it intuition? Fruition. Fruition. So, from Ask Maddie to the Real Estate Divas, I'm very, very happy to have a team of women who get it.
Is your mic on?
Is it? I think so.
Yeah.
It is.
Just
Just
Oh.
don't touch
I have-
it. It was acting up.
Okay, talk a little bit louder.
Yeah.
So I'm just very excited that the Real Estate Divas, we had our first season, and we'll definitely will have our next season next year. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Norm. Thanks, Fat Lace Jason, for putting the word out there. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you in January.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats, ladies. So Pat and Norm, we're just gonna toast for you. When you come back, we'll just cheers again.
Ooh, that tastes good, girl. Where's that?
You know, that's that new stuff.
Ooh.
That's it.
Should I?
No, they're not paying. There's no sponsors. You
No.
Then in that case,
Listen, any
mind your
sponsors?
business.
Yeah, we here. Hit us up.
I wish it was
Real
a
estate
little bit more
divas.
chip. Yes, we are here.
No chips. Migos
I know.
chips, right?
See, I ate them on the way here.
Girl.
I
those
was
chips are
trying to
good.
say-
That's messed up. How you eat the chips and not bring us a bag? That was messed up.
One or
Snack
the
on.
other.
Jesus.
Hey, speaking of the weekend, shout out to Lil Wayne. Happy birthday. Could y'all believe he's 37? 37.
Yeah.
37.
I could believe it.
I
could believe it.
Have you guys ever been to a Lil Wayne concert though?
No.
I have not.
He gives a performance. Like, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to this rap concert about 8 years ago. I felt old. I felt like, yeah, it was like 8 years ago. We saw Lil Wayne, and I'm thinking like, all right, we're just going to a rap concert. He put on a show like Beyonce, like
Ooh.
sparkles and dances and different showcases. So it was amazing. Happy birthday. How about this?
Cool.
What's going on with them?
Oh, she
They
had
have
a
another
baby.
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 They made pretty
Oh.
babies.
Oh my
had
gosh, your kids
one.
are beautiful.
Yeah.
They
she
make
had the-
gorgeous baby. He's a little bit weird though, because I watched that show a little bit. I watched maybe like one episode. I don't remember what he did, but he was just a little bit weird.
I don't know. What show?
He's the
They
mayor.
have a show.
Oh.
The
Individual or
Their
just
own
on
show?
the?
I don't know. I was watching
Isn't
their
it on one of
lives, and I
their,
think it was
sound?
like I
Just-
don't think it was Was it one of them Hollywood?
Real Housewives.
Maybe,
of,
maybe. I don't know. I
we
just remember
sound.
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah, we
oh
need
my
to
god!
practice next time and look at
watching
Google.
TV.
He's Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's the mayor, actually. Well, I think he's running for mayor
he's
of
okay.
Atlanta.
He's an
Yeah,
attorney.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
Black
a very
love.
cute son, though.
Yeah,
Very,
they
he
have
looks
beautiful
just
kids.
like
What does
Eva.
she have?
Yeah.
A boy.
Another boy.
Oh, she had the baby?
I think.
Yeah.
I think so. I think she
Oh.
had it Saturday. Maverick.
Well,
Nice
congratulations.
name. That's a really
Maverick.
nice name.
Maverick. Sheree, what's going on with Mr. Bieber?
I don't know. That little boy.
That little boy.
He got married over the weekend.
That little boy
Clearly,
just
they
does,
don't
like,
read
the
my
weirdest
notes, guys.
No,
They
no,
don't
no, no.
read my notes.
Is that
No,
an
I
old
know what
picture?
happened.
Okay,
I know-
that's when they first met.
No, I know they got married, but I'm just saying with Beaver, I just don't know about him. Like
I
he
like
just does
him.
like really.
He's gotten
He's
weird.
like a spoiled brat.
Listen, he's gotten into the church. I mean,
Yes,
he
he's really
seems like
grown
he's more
up.
grounded and grown up. So,
that's
like,
what it
many
is?
blessings to their new marriage. So,
Definitely.
Well,
He's
I hope
definitely
it
Way
lasts.
to spin it, Tanya.
Right.
bring it back.
She's the
Bring it back to the
positive.
positive side, right?
She's the positive light in here because
And some more stuff happened this weekend. What's going on with these people in this shot right
So-
here?
it's
Miss
a lot.
Kendall,
Make a
stuff
beautiful
on Twitter.
couple.
Don't they though?
Yes,
Yeah, they
J-Lo.
did.
But is she really, really, really gonna get married though?
I think so this time.
This time.
This time.
So I
This
think
will be her
what?
fourth or third.
Yeah, because you know what? I
Who's
think it was an
counting?
interview. She was saying like she is a lover of love. Like she is like a hopeless,
Love to be in love.
romantic. Yeah. So
Mhm.
hopefully it works out. I mean, they're two Leos, so I think they understand
Oh,
Oh
each
yeah, you
other.
know Candace into that
Yeah.
Taurus.
Into the stars.
Read my palm, girl. Read my palm. What you see? Who you see?
No, I hope they do good. Right. I mean, like, yeah, he ain't the one for you, girl.
Swipe.
Walk on.
She's
Yeah,
a
no.
swipe.
And you know what? Being that this market is coming up so much, I wanted to. Oh yeah, can't forget her.
Mhm.
Another Real
By
Housewives.
surrogate. I love this. I love that.
I love
what's
that.
the
I like that. Third.
Yes.
third child? Right.
Yeah.
See, girl,
They
I
each
be
have
reading your
one.
notes. We know.
They
Well,
each
it's
have one.
Candy's,
That-
it's Candy's third. It's Todd's second.
No.
Todd
Right.
Dula.
Oh yeah, that's
He is
right.
an
Yeah,
older
that's
daughter.
right.
Yeah.
They
They
each
have
have
separate.
a daughter
Yeah.
and they share a son, and this will be their
That is
third.
true.
Well, congratulations to them. I swear, everybody's having babies.
You have baby fever, don't you?
You got baby
I have baby
fever?
fever without a man. How does that work?
You know what? We're going to have a dating show next season, y'all.
There you go.
They said that, what was it, last
Love and Listens.
last Monday,
There
they
you
said,
go.
yeah, we're going to put Shireen on a dating show. I was like, oh, no, we not.
We can try it. Would y'all
And now
tune
that she
in?
said it, yes, we are.
No.
Come on, you got to play. Let's see who's on the check-in. Shireen, who's on your check-in? Who's single on your check-in?
I don't know. My check-in is very far away this time. Normally, I have my phone right here, so I'm texting, hi, people. I don't know who's single on it, but
But she is.
Yes. Definitely. Oh, Lord. Maddie does this every week. We're going to, let's shout out from the top. We have Nevaeh, a great photographer, Andre, Auntie Nene, Craig, Gina, Chaudhry, Khalif, hey Damon, Randy, hey Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Our producers are checking in, Quan, hey Stefan, and cousin Kim. So next year, next year, guys, we are definitely going to have a solid person.
that's gonna be
Sade is going to
answering.
be here, effective next year, so we can always have the interactions. And our producer is back, so we definitely are going to do a champagne toast with you. You want to pour? Does she have a glass? It should be.
She does have a glass.
Oh,
Let's see.
She came with it.
Yeah.
Just to
So-
come behind so they can see you.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Guys, this
Miss
is our
Pat.
producer, Pat, also known as Suits.
We'll-
Pat, they
Thank
can't see through the
you.
We'll toast to Pat. How about that? Because
Yes.
she's been here every night with us like clockwork, and she's just been doing the thing. And we really, really appreciate you. Thank you for having us here and hosting us.
Thank you. And she's a realtor.
Yes.
Thank you,
And she's
Pat.
a realtor.
So excited today. So,
So what do they want to hear from us now? This is the grand finale. Any tips? You want to do the tips?
yeah, you want to do tips first?
Well, really, really quickly before we do tips, if anybody would like to call in, can we give
yes.
them the number real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it from here.
646-233-1302. If you have any questions, we can answer it live. Give us a call. Serious calls only. 646-233-1302.
Please and thank you.
Yes. Maybe we'll try to give out that $25 gift certificate. Maybe. We will. Call us in. So what tips should we give out tonight? How was our first season?
Right. We had a few guests.
Mm-hmm.
We had Vanessa was here last with Title. She gave us some good tips and what to expect
Explain.
and why. Right, why really titles needed. No one really talks about that aspect, but it's
Yep.
vital to have
Definitely very
you know
important.
someone on your side for title when purchasing a home.
Correct. We had Dwayne the week before,
Yes.
Mr. Title Man. If you guys haven't reached out to
Credit
him
man.
yet, I mean, sorry, Mr. She said
How much
Title.
Prosecco she
Um,
had?
It's the credit.
See,
king
I have the
himself.
bottle over here, so don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you haven't reached out to him yet to fix your credit, or even if your
Please
credit
do
is
so.
already good, he can push it up to that limit. So you getting cards like my girl over here, Kat. They sent it in
Heavy.
a box,
A
right?
heavy old box. Right.
Exactly.
In that
Yeah.
800
so,
club.
so give him a call. I'm pretty sure he's on somebody's live. How you doing?
Hey, Dwayne.
Hey, boo.
Who else did we
Brother,
have?
boo. You gotta be clear.
Right. Who else do we
yeah.
have, ladies?
Um,
Oh, we
we
have
got a call coming in.
that number though.
Hopefully this is a legit call.
Go ahead.
Take that, Candace. That's your boo.
Hey, boo. No, let me stop. Hey, Real Estate Divas. What's going on?
Hi, Davis. How are you?
Good. How are you, sweetheart? What questions do you
I'm
have?
very good. I just want to let you guys know I'm still in the market.
Oh my
for a
gosh,
house
it's our
made of
marshmallow.
marshmallows.
You know what? Wait. I must say,
It's our marshmallow
I
guy.
must
You know,
say, he's a faithful listener.
He is, though.
Yes,
Every
thank you.
Monday.
Thank
I'm
you.
You know what?
we
He's
clicked
a-
you off, but listen, we just don't. When we have a house made of marshmallows, we will definitely give you a call. But until then, just stay clear of the line. But we
Right.
do appreciate you.
faithfully listening every Monday.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
you.
Dedication.
Thank you.
He got
Thank
crush
you.
on Shireen.
Who else? What other guests do we have, ladies?
I was so
We
excited.
had
Go ahead, Boo.
outlet inspection.
Oh, right.
That was Ahmed.
Ahmed, yes. He gave us
Ahmed
great
Amin.
tips and what to look for.
Yeah, Matello.
Yes.
KMA from Loan Depot. Very
mortgage,
good lender.
Yes, mortgage lender.
Yeah.
We also had Bean,
Yes.
Ben Jean on here. He is an amazing
Investor.
developer. He is an entrepreneur in so many different facets, and we look forward to his masterclass that's
Yes.
going to take place, I'm assuming, next year. And it's basically he's going to teach us as well as everyone. When I say us, meaning us all as a whole
Right.
on the investing 101. We also had Chris Brower of Jersey Mortgage. He came in like a week before the Divas came on.
Got it.
So
And we
that was
also had,
awesome.
Chris.
Chris the investor. Chris is
Yeah,
my bestie. It's
investor.
my right hand man. We fuss
Yeah.
and we fight. And we make up by like, Maddie, can you sell this? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
So
next year we're gonna do the same. Have
yes.
let us know
Yes.
who you
Bring people of importance
absolutely
to you guys, Yeah. So
What would you like to see next year, Miss Tanya?
I think first-time home buyers. I mean, I think they still need to be educated
Always.
on the process and what this all involves. But also, I'm finding that a lot of New Yorkers are coming here to New Jersey.
Yes.
welcome to New York,
I'm
New
sorry,
Jersey,
coming
New
on the other
Yorkers.
side of the Hudson, like they need to understand, like the process is totally different here in New Jersey.
Yes.
It is.
So then when you ask them for certain things, they look at you sideways and you're just like, let me just explain a little bit more. So I think if you have someone that can go into details about that would definitely be very important
That's
in
good.
educating those buyers.
Right.
That's good.
I totally
We
agree.
definitely have to do a
That's really
whole
good.
thing on New York buyers
Absolutely.
transitioning into New York.
Absolutely.
You are so right. I've gotten New York buyers, and I'm like, listen, guys, so I'm gonna send over the contract. They like, what contract?
What? I'm not signing
What?
nothing. What? I'm not signing what?
I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, boo boo.
It's non-binding.
Right.
Non-binding.
non-bond, just sign it. Right? Don't ready to sign it.
That's a great.
It says a lot, but that's non-binding.
Right.
You hear that, Maddie? Put it on the
Yeah,
list.
so-
that is definitely
Somebody
something
write
to
that
talk
down.
about.
Right.
New
Somebody
York
write it
is
down.
coming to New Jersey.
That's a great topic. Any other topics you guys want to hear from us? Let us know.
You-
type it in. One
We're
of us
gonna
will
give
see it.
you-
We'll have some time.
Can we give them permission? We're gonna give you guys permission to slide in the DMs.
Slide in it.
Slide
Send
in
me
the
an
DMs
email.
with your
Right.
question.
Yeah, don't.
See, it's in the
I don't
email.
read my
With your question.
DMs to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Don't slide in my DMs.
Well, slide in our DM.
Yeah, slide in their DMs with the children. Let
Right.
the children read them. All the single ladies, we like, don't do the slide in the DMs.
Listen.
We get enough of that.
Right.
Like, don't slide in my DMs, please don't.
You can slide in our DMs
Yeah, you can slide
for
in their
those
DMs.
contexts because I do answer questions on there. I actually got a pretty good client from them sliding in my
I will do
DMs.
the
So
same.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Thank you.
Slide in their
Absolutely.
DMs.
Sold by Tanya
You know
J.
what?
Yeah.
We'll reach out.
You gonna come over here on this
And
side?
Right.
Old people over here.
Email Madison and I, but
Yeah.
anyone, all the other people, email us.
On your business email, right? Not even your personal.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Only because all of our information, every single one of us have a business page, right? So all of our information is on the page. I check DMs once a week on Friday. So if you're
Yeah, I still have DMs.
In
I'm
traffic.
so sorry if y'all see me on Instagram and I haven't responded to your DMs. I definitely will on Friday or Saturday.
Friday, I check my DM. Everything. That's my Friday thing while I'm waiting to go home between 5 and 6 or 7 to 8 after my son game. I'm checking DMs. So if you're a serious buyer or seller, you will go directly on my page and contact me. Also, if we don't follow each other, you come up on a
Right.
whole nother
Right.
Yep.
side. It's
That's-
like a
yeah.
request. So I
We don't
won't
always
see
see those.
you.
Yeah, right,
and I
very
want
true.
to work with you. So please.
Call us, text us,
You can even call
DMs,
me.
emails.
Right.
It's
Everything's-
all there
is
on
public.
Instagram,
Absolutely.
Facebook, on our websites.
You got a website?
Yeah.
Oh, she fancy.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
you
sorry.
have a website?
I don't, because I just feel like it's first of all, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Oh, you're right.
It's a
It's a
job.
lot. It
So
is.
if I have
It
another
really is.
platform,
It is.
my business isn't structured for another stream of.
Gotta get that assistant there, Miss Madison.
what I'm
I,
saying.
Gotta
I
get
You
just
gotta
that.
get the
hired
assistant.
one, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah.
part time.
All right, well, look
And-
out for her new assistant.
Right? She might be going
Coming
full time if she gets his
2020.
website.
Right. Yeah.
So, how do you like to be contacted, Tanya? Do you mind someone sliding in
All
your DM?
of the above
All.
right now.
Yes,
I will
ma'am.
communicate.
I'm-
I will whether DM, website, all the above. I will respond.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will
good.
work on it.
And if I don't, call me back. I mean, reach out. You know how we can do as agents.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But being that we are professional, beautiful women, have y'all had some people just slide in your DM?
All the time. That's what I'm saying. Don't slide.
Don't get me confused. This is
let's-
not
yeah,
that website.
like, all the time. Like,
It's very easy. Block
Killing
and
me.
delete, and they get blocked and delete real quick. Like, don't come
That
to me with no
unfollow button
foolish
is
block.
wonderful.
Professional women right here.
What
No,
follow
I mean-
button?
Unfollow.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
like
said yellow button.
no, the unfollow button.
unfollow.
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
has to know. You know, you of course you get a response and you have to respond accordingly because you don't know what they're looking for. But once it makes that left turn,
Just
unfollow.
and block.
That's it.
and block.
No, I'm not blocking you. You're gonna get this content.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm not blocking. I'm not
Yeah,
blocking
you gonna get
anybody.
this content.
You
Yeah,
gonna- yeah, you
I
gonna-
just can't.
you gonna
see
see me
your
all up
activity
on your video phone. You gonna see me all up. Yeah. But yeah, you may not get a reply to
God.
the DMs.
What's some takeaways that we took out from this season? Some advice, whether it's from our past guests or our client. What's something that you can take from this season?
Definitely what I would like to do next season is be here at 6:30 because it does take us a while to get
set
our
up.
tripods up. As you guys see, I don't have on my eyelashes because we was trying to get the balloons and or like just trying to get it set up. So definitely I would like to be here at 6:30 instead of coming from wherever. Being here at 6:30 so we can be prepared and on time for you guys at 7
Dedication.
o'clock.
I think we should come with a whole new look. Just surprise
Yes.
them. Like,
Yes.
boom.
We're not going to tell.
Cat, what you gonna do?
Boom.
What?
We're not gonna
Like the
tell
real estate
y'all.
divas. Boom.
They ain't ready. How about you, Miss Custom Fitted? What you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I think the biggest thing I learned from the show is time planning. I shut down my Mondays at about 2 o'clock, I would say.
PM?
2 p.m. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
She
but
requires a lot of time.
yeah, because I go home, like it's a whole, I get ready, you know, and then I have to be on the road for an hour and a half to 2 hours. to get
Dedication.
here.
Dedication.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
Love it.
yeah, I just learned that just the time management is like crucial in this business, especially when you're doing a show and everything like that. So
I agree.
Yeah.
How about you, Miss Cat?
I've known it before, but networking still plays a major key. Education and just talking to different people. Us having the guests here, I've learned so much from each and every one of them.
Definitely.
Talking to you ladies, I've learned from you ladies, from people that called in. So I think it's just constant education, networking, and speaking to people is still vital no matter what.
I agree with that. Networking is very key.
Yeah, and we'll be networking in December.
That's right.
yes. How
We
about
can't
you,
tell
Miss
all our
Sure?
secrets. We're not talking about December.
No, we're not. That's it. What you learn?
Miss
What's
Sure,
it?
Sure.
Just to recap on a lot of stuff that you guys said, a lot of time management, yes, very important because it does take a little while to set up the show. And the guests that we have now, I like to absorb information.
Right.
So the more information I get, the better I feel about, speaking my mind and being able to educate my clients on certain things. So I love that fact of, the different aspects of, because we can have multiple lenders on here. And the reason is because there's multiple packages that they can pack, they can get you in. So, I like picking people's brains and I like people picking mine. So it's just that, like just being educated. And no matter how old you are, how smart you are, how many degrees you are, there's always something left to be learned.
We agree. That's what this platform is for. Is an educational platform for buyers, sellers, as well as realtors. Or those just want to see some cute girls on camera. Ow. Miss Tanya, let me ask you this question. So, I get a text message, and the text said, "Hi, may I show so-and-so property?" Right?
Yes.
Now, if you look at my listings, I'm getting better. I'm putting when you can show because now I'm coordinating with other people's schedule as far as tenants. And we all know when you coordinate with tenants on a showing, it's their showing. They run the gamut, right?
Yes.
It's very difficult. I even said, call showing time. So I said, sure, this listing is available at 11 o'clock on Sundays only. Please use showing time.
Okay, wait, hold on. For
Yes.
people who don't understand, we have an app that's called Showing Time that just
yeah,
helps us
platform.
schedule showings. It's much simpler than you trying to text an agent
Some people have
and
the
stuff
app.
like that. Well,
Why don't everyone
I don't
have
understand
that
why
app?
And
everybody
it's like they have to
doesn't use
purchase
it.
it, but I think it
Because
like streamlines everything. It makes things so much easier.
so much
Yes.
smoother because you can even have your seller hooked up to it and then they can also either accept or deny showings.
And
so
they can see the feedback.
right. And
Right.
you can leave
Ooh.
feedback. So
Importantly.
that's what she's talking about, guys. It's just the app that we use.
Right. Go ahead.
So after I said, sure, it can be shown at 11 o'clock on Sunday, the agent says, well, I'm going to be in church.
Amen to that. I mean, I give praise. I'm
What
not
would
going
be-
to take away from that, but what I have to say is that there is dedicated times that the tenants will allow us in. I think that is crucial in selling a home, and I think people need to understand it's not the agent or the seller that is defining the times. It's really the tenants,
Yes.
and they kind of rule the roost. And so we really
Rule the
want
roost.
them
That's
to,
cute.
it's like come in when we'll allow you to come in, and so we try to dedicate ourselves to try to build that relationship with them so they would say, okay, we'll let you in. And so that's what I do as an agent. So with them, I would just say, listen, amen, see if you can come after church, before we go to brunch or whatever it may be, and come in. If your buyer wants this house, you've got to come in. That's the market that we're in.
Right.
So if it's a property that they really want to see, you got to make it happen.
Right.
Listen, just.
What would
don't
you
they
say,
do-
sure?
Don't they do church on the radio?
You know what?
Absolutely.
Church service on the radio, or ask your kid to
Something. Get out a little bit earlier.
screen. What you call video call the church service with your kid.
Video call.
Run out and come and show. Listen, if you have a client, you have to be dedicated. Your client wants to see that.
Do what you got to
property.
do. If they want this
you have to
property,
figure it out.
they're gonna blame you if you don't get them in.
Right.
Yes.
Right. It's gonna be your fault. I mean,
Yeah.
we do what we can do as sellers agent, but
What would you do, Kat?
Same thing. I mean, pray for me. While since you're in church and I'll be here showing the property, pray for me, please. That's all I can ask. I
Exactly.
can
pray that I get a over
asking.
asking.
Right, just
over
my apologies, sir, but
Our
pray for
dedication
me.
is the same.
Blasphemy. What would you say,
baby
Miss
Jesus,
Custom
I'm not
Fit?
giving you this conversation.
She like, nah.
I am going to respond and say, unfortunately, I'm going to say when I do respond, I want to get you guys' opinions first. What I'm going to say professionally to this agent is, unfortunately, these are the times that are allocated to the tenant. But what I want that agent to really do, he better come to my church because we have several different showings. I mean, several different, services. So, we
got the
have
morning
7,
service?
9, 11, 11:30, 12:30. We got 1:45 and 3 o'clock. So, and Saturday and Wednesday. So you can go to
can
church
get your
any
praise
day,
in, for
any
sure.
day of the week.
And still run your business.
And still run your business. So when I got that, I just I don't want to be disrespectful to him or her. So I wanted to ask y'all first. But that was deep.
Right.
What's
Praise
your real?
Jesus.
I'm not playing with Shireen. Lord, I am not playing with her today. What's your realtor problem, Kat? Did you have any realtors problem this week? Last
just-
week? Today?
Let me think
In
about
history,
Let me think
We
about
all
it
have
because I'm
stories.
sure.
Or what's your realtor pet peeve? What gets on your nerves from other realtors?
Not following directions.
Not only that,
Boom.
I think it's the lack of communication.
Sure.
That's true.
It's the lack of communication and or not follow. It goes hand in hand. I don't like. I follow directions. If it says call the agents, like, "Ugh, why do I have to call you? And they're
Right.
like, okay, sure, text me. Why am I texting you? I'm on the phone with you now. Like the directions said, you know,
Yes,
the
yes, I don't like
directions
that
said
either.
to call you.
Realtor
Hence, we are
problems.
on. So why do I
don't
need
like
to
that
call?
either.
All right, we're going
You
to
know,
church today. We're going to say an amen to that
right.
one.
Hallelujah.
Or
don't
just
like
the
that
fact
either.
Y'all
that you
killing me
know,
today.
or they don't respond. I don't like to send a text and it's just sitting there.
That
and,
is my
and I'll,
biggest
and
pet
I'll
peeve.
copy and paste and resend the same text, and they'll get offended and say, "Oh, I'm working on it." But let me know that a simple
Yeah.
okay or I'll get back to you to let me know at
Mhm.
least you received it, because sometimes things get lost. So it's just the lack of communication, you know.
Realtors, call in with your realtor pet peeves or realtor problems. 646-233-1302.
Now,
Sure,
what would be
sure.
funny if one of them called and was like, well, you the other
Right.
day.
Right, you the it's not
I am
me.
going to have to accept that. It's about growth.
Right,
Because
right.
I'm sure I have some things that I've said or did.
I don't,
No, not really, because
I don't think so.
professional.
Yeah, I
We all are, but
Yeah, we're professional.
We're human beings too, so there's
We
sometimes
are
that we do
human.
mess up, especially like when we're new.
Right.
I've made some mistakes or whatever, and I've called and I've apologized profusely, and stuff like that.
Right.
But we're human beings, so things do slip, and I understand that. But yeah.
But why is it okay sometimes, and you guys help me if you have experienced this, in real estate, there's a bunch of men, right? I don't know if there's more men than women. Some people say it's a female-dominated business. Others say it's a male-dominated business. I'm coming to more interaction with male than female. So why is it okay for men amongst themselves to use profanity, but the moment I cuss you out, I'm being aggressive? Are you guys experiencing it?
That's
I
just
mean-
in the world.
yeah, I haven't experienced. I can't say much on that.
Yeah, I can't say much on it either because I'm come from corporate where you know how to like check people without being like you just check them, if that makes any sense. Like you're
Sure.
very professional, but you can still check somebody without like using profanity and stuff. So I haven't had that situation, but I would say, I mean, so you're saying people will tell you you've seen men use profanity?
All day,
Oh, really?
every day.
Well, you know what? You're right, because I had my client. He actually did curse out an attorney, but I mean,
Why are we expected to be?
no, but they kind of reprimanded him too, though. So I don't know. I guess maybe it depends on the people. Maybe they feel, maybe the people, the men are cursing out. They feel intimidated by him. So
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never had that experience, but like I said, I go about it a different way.
I'll work on it. How about you, Miss Tanya?
I think that as well. I mean, it's like, you don't have to curse in order to get your point across,
Right.
and to be stern in what your expectations are. I think you can definitely say it in a way that they don't even know what you're doing at this point, but you get what you want. So I think that's key as a woman. I think we do have different standards that we're held by, and so I think that we have to keep that in mind. I think if we set the standards
Sure.
and say this is the way we're going to do it, and to get what we want, then maybe things will change when it's on the male side of things.
Someone told me to do the lean,
You got to lean.
to look directly in the eye, lean. I'm gonna work on that.
Oh wait, you're cursing people out in person?
No, I'm not. I'm not using any
like,
profanity. But what I'm saying is,
checking them.
you have to, because
Sometimes
you
do.
have to teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
Period.
Even if
You
it
set
means
the
cutting them
standards.
off, sometimes
Let's
things
recheck.
sometimes things don't even require a response. Just
Right.
just be done with it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Right.
not always about cursing somebody out. It's also about just
Temporary for me. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like you got to set the standards, give the facts, and then we're going to go from there.
So Tanya, what's your pet peeve with agents?
I think it's communication. I think it's across the board. Like, it's like, talk to me, tell me what you want, what you need, mean what you say, and say what you mean.
Love it. I need that
And-
T-shirt.
Yeah. I can make it for you.
I was about to say, Tanya make t-shirts.
And I have one
make
too.
t-shirts. She makes
You
t-shirts.
should.
I know somebody.
Aw.
I know somebody that knows somebody. We can all get
Okay.
T-shirts. Say.
We need
Seriously,
that
what you
T-shirt.
say,
Okay.
for sure.
I like
Hmm.
that. I like that a lot.
Love it, love it, love it. Let's take a look at some houses that sold. What do you think this house sold for, guys? It's a penthouse
It's beautiful.
So that's a penthouse
In New York.
Let's try to guess.
Oh, New York.
in New York.
Oh, that's
Oh,
definitely
in
here.
New
York, New York.
Millions.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
What's
So
the view?
That's like
That's Central Park.
Central Park. So you're up there,
yeah.
right?
Definitely
What's the
Central
square
Park.
footage? What's the bedroom?
no. Let's just take a guess just from that room.
That's
What do
at
you
least a
think?
mil.
No.
No,
Okay,
we're looking
way
at
over a mil. That's a
decorative
penthouse.
2-3.
No.
I would
Double.
say
No.
maybe like 8, 9.
How about 19?
Oh,
19?
that makes sense. It makes sense.
Ooh,
Billion.
19 million.
It
This
makes
past weekend.
Miss Madison, did you sell that?
My cousin did.
So we going
No,
to your
ma'am.
cousin house.
We said what sold
Right.
the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna be first to know.
Yeah. It's Manhattan real estate is good. Actually, when I started off in real estate, I started with a Manhattan brokerage in actually Central Park. So yeah, I mean, and we were renting selling and rentals out in New York, especially that area is very, very high and in demand. So
That don't make
I
no
believe
sense.
it.
I said, wow, 19. How about this one? This one's actually in your territory, Miss Custom Fitted.
Oh, we
And yours, Shireen.
Hoboken.
Hoboken.
So that's a town. So it's probably like around 2 to 3 million.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like Nova. That's like every day.
Yeah, no, but seriously, in that area, it is
million.
though. It's like, oh yeah, it is.
Two mil.
Hoboken
That's
is
it.
very expensive.
It's about 1,000 square feet.
That whole place, the bed probably pops out from underneath the
Exactly.
Underneath
What they call it? The Murphy bed?
Oh, well, we got a call coming in.
If that is Marshmallow Man, I am not playing with you today.
Hi, Real Estate Divas. How can we help you?
Hello.
Yeah, hi, this is Vince calling from Tony's Pizza. Your pizza's out for delivery,
You know
but
what? I can't.
Hey, someone order us pizza?
I wanted to hear what he
That'd
had
be
to
nice.
say.
I
Let
mean,
me
do we have
say.
pizza coming?
No.
Do we have pizza?
Maddie, quick with the hang up.
Because
I know. I wanted to
Disconnected.
talk to Marshmallow Man because he's a very,
I
know,
wanted to
he's,
see who
he's a
sent
loyal
us
fan.
pizza.
hopefully, Tony, it's pepperoni on there when you call back.
So how much did this one sell for exactly?
You was right, 2.3.
2.3. Oh, I said 2. Okay, yeah.
2.3.
There
And
you
let's
go.
look at one
got the export.
more.
Oh, that looks like Cali.
It is. What do you guys guess?
Where?
It
Cali.
depends.
Is that LA?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like the Valley. So I just came back from Cali and I was in a, what was it? Maybe a 2,000 square foot house and it sold for $1 million. So I don't know what that is because is that a garage?
Yes.
Okay. So
About
I would guess
2,000.
I would guess like 1.5 million. I would
I'm
say.
gonna go with
Keep
more.
going. Yeah. More.
With a lot
Really?
more.
More.
What do you think, Kat? Go ahead.
4?
More.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't
see.
Keep going
I
up.
can't see.
I'm thinking
7.5.
Close. The price is right. It's sold for 6 and some change.
What is?
Wow.
But I can't even see. What is that?
It's nothing.
Yeah, I'm like I
What
see
it
a
is.
garage. I
Location,
see a
location,
door. I
location.
don't see anything else.
Yes.
It needs like it needs
Can
a
we
full
talk?
rehab.
Can we talk? Can we talk about the location for a second?
Yes.
Because if you take a house here in New Jersey, let's say a 2,500 square foot 4-bed master suite bathroom, like that.
Yeah.
And we put we can only just talk about New Jersey. We don't even have to
Right.
go cross
Right.
country,
Right.
right?
Cross
Let's say we put it in let's do Bergen County,
Mhm.
right? Let's say Tenafly. You're looking at probably 600
Mhm.
if it's just regular, 600 if it's new or whatever. You're at 1 point something,
Wow.
right? Candace, you're in Hudson County. What is that going for in Hudson County?
Way more than that.
Yeah, wait. that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe over 5, over 6 probably, 6 or 7.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Differences.
And this beautiful last one here, 6 bed, 5 baths in Georgia.
Yeah,
That's
that's
that
like
right
a
there,
whole
that's like
200,000.
$350. That's $350.
That's a whole whopping
350
200.
I'm gonna
I'm
man
gonna do it a little bit
$2,000.
better
That's
because
like
I like to
two-
landscape it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that one sold for like $385.
Right? It's definitely around
No, but you
$350
know
for
what?
sure.
All jokes aside, though, I was
paying so much.
on someone's Instagram. I think it was yesterday, and no, I didn't know Georgia has like $1 million property.
Absolutely.
I didn't know. How much did that?
If
one
you
go
go
for,
in
though? You didn't tell
Buckhead,
us.
Well, actually, I made a mistake. This is Warren.
Oh,
Warren,
and
New
this
Jersey?
Warren, New Jersey. And this one sold for 1.2.
okay.
But the
Interesting.
Atlanta house,
Let's see
which
that
is
one.
this one,
Oh,
you're not going to believe it.
It's like 150.
probably,
Is
probably
it-
500.
That's what I originally thought.
Yeah, how much?
It sold for 1.2 too.
Yeah,
Wow.
they
It
do
depends.
because
But
it's
what's
a
the land
section.
though? What's the
It
land?
definitely-
Yes, in the area.
The
It
land.
really depends because if
They
you're in
got
like
ripped off.
Buckhead, my cousin
What'd you say?
They got
just
ripped
bought a
off.
house.
What'd you say?
She said they got ripped off.
I mean,
Oh,
because you should be getting, it has to be the land, but especially in Atlanta for
Yes.
sure.
You
Because
just
I was
it
like-
depends on where in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta's big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is
was.
very
I would
big.
not-
The
I think
Atlanta area is
something
very big.
Springs.
It depends.
I would
Cameron
not
Springs.
Pay
Probably.
1 point
I don't know
nothing
where that
for that
is.
in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
And that picture was so.
Yeah, the picture is bad.
Was terrible.
I was like, yeah.
You know
Who's
what?
your agent? Don't hire
Right.
no agent. I put a
Right?
picture like this.
A good professional
Point
photographer.
something
That's
million
a
dollars.
bank
You
owned
crazy?
property. That's
Did they take that with their iPhone?
Stop.
Oh, that's another pet peeve.
What?
picture?
Taking the, I mean,
Terrible.
no, you know what? I don't mind iPhone pictures, right? And whatever phone you
use
have.
portrait.
Yeah, because they can actually be really nice photos. But know your angles. I went to a house. Oh, no, so I'm going to go with one pet peeve and then go to another one. A pet
Okay.
peeve of mine is, I get it. You don't show your house until the broker's open or the
Oh,
open house.
Jesus.
But sometimes don't make it on a Sunday at 5 p.m. People have things to do, right? So that's a big thing. Because I tried to show a property and she's like, yeah, let's just, the first showing is at the open house. And I'm like, when is it? She's like, oh, like Sunday at like from 4 to 7. And I'm like, well,
That's a party.
yeah, and I'm like, my clients, they have things to do. They're not going to wait around from 4 to 7. So I was like, you know what? Let me just look at the pictures and, see if it's something that they want to submit an offer for without even looking at it. And just know your angles, realtors. Like if you're going to take photos on an iPhone, I don't knock iPhones. Like they take some of the best photography, but again, know your angles. Like don't like focus in on, they were just focusing on weird things like the
toaster
lever,
oven.
yeah, the lever to flush the toilet. Like it wasn't even a
Stop.
full like.
Can I ask what the
on
price point of
photo.
this home is?
It was I think like $619. Between
Shame on the agent.
I think
Shame on the
$619,000
agent that doesn't
or something.
invest
Listen,
in their client.
If it's a property that is below a certain amount, you got to know your market.
Yeah.
Then you can do phone pictures. Okay, I understand that. But if it is above a certain, spend some money and
Right.
it's not that
You're gonna get
expensive.
it back, right.
It is not
You
that
have to
expensive
invest
get pictures
to get
done.
it sold, right?
And and I wouldn't be surprised because sometimes we do use professional photographers, but it may be like cousin Boo Boo who like does no, but seriously, who does like weddings? Because you want to support your people, right? So you're like, yeah, Boo Boo, come on. But
I'm done.
like
I'm
you,
finished.
but yeah, for that price point, like please use a professional company because Boo
Professional
Boo might be
realtor.
used to
Real estate photography.
shooting like music
Yeah.
videos and stuff like that.
Or-
It doesn't mean that he knows how to shoot like
Real estate.
Yeah, real estate.
Right.
You have to know your angles. You have to have the right lenses, all of that stuff. So that's a major pet peeve of mine.
That's really something smart because a photographer who does portraits of people
Yeah.
doesn't really know lighting
Right.
and stuff like that for houses and things like that. So that, again, when you're listing your property, right, you want to get someone who knows what they're doing. These are questions that you should ask. How are you going to take my pictures? Have you worked with that person before? These are questions that you should ask your realtor.
Yeah,
and if they're
absolutely.
like, well, my cousin.
Yeah.
You want to support the family, however,
But
I just
Your cousin got to, get his stuff together before
Yeah.
I'm paying him for anything.
We did that. Remember Sharita T-Neck, that listing? It was
Like,
it was
why you bringing up old stuff?
we're not gonna say the name, but it was somebody, who I think he's a great videographer, great photographer. He does his thing, and we we used him on a listing that we had, and the photos didn't come out. They were okay, but I think we actually ended up taking better photos on our phone. So
We did.
yeah, so it's like.
Because I think we got the, because they send it to us in the email, and then I think I called her and was like, girl, it just wasn't working. No,
that is key for sure.
Whatever the price point is, guys.
Yeah, whatever the price point.
Just use a professional. Like Kat said, you'll always get it back. As we go into the fall, you Remax ladies, tell us, what is this bougie Remax?
Yeah, what is that?
what
Bougie
is
Knot.
this?
What did Bougie Knot Remax?
Go ahead,
Yes.
Kat.
Be bouge or be original. Oh, so are we gonna get credit?
What is this, girl?
Yes, is it gonna be live? We're gonna get some extra points
And
here.
my
We
phone, I
know.
think my phone died. See, I'm gonna have to.
You know what?
See, they started to speak Remax talk that we don't understand.
Basically, Bouge is a new platform that we're using to like our CRM that we can implement certain things in the office.
Nice.
To streamline it to be able to do graphics, things like that. Definitely websites that we can definitely put out there with professional look that the agents have hands-on ability to use.
Awesome.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Well, congratulations to Remax
Yes,
for getting some
Remax.
technology.
Cat's in the Cat's in the lead. She's in the lead over there. I need to better.
Yeah.
Click on this again.
Yes.
How do you pronounce this?
Yes.
So it's Boujin at Remax first.
Oh, okay.
Bouge.
Gotcha.
So, but the platform is called Bouge.
Bougie.
So we just said we're
Bouge
bouging
and
at
Bougie.
Remix first.
Like
Got it.
bougie.
Yeah,
There you
because that's
go.
what I thought. I was like,
Is it bougie or booed up?
Nah.
Y'all try to boo up with the clients. Please stop.
So
Listen,
just
you got to
say
do
it.
what you have to do sometimes.
Right. Sorry.
We talked about that. Dating the client. No.
Yeah.
No. So
No.
since we talked about
Well.
some realtor problems, what are some client problems?
Nothing. I love all my
That-
clients.
Absolutely, they're amazing.
I plead the fifth.
Some client takeaways, some client advice, I would say, that we can tell our future
Okay,
buyers or sellers
have
out
one.
there.
Don't get discouraged.
I think
Right?
that's excellent.
I understand because I have this happen to a client just recently. They kind of did it to themselves or whatever, but they found the house, fell in love with the house, but they were going back and forth so much. By the time they finally agreed, the husband, and he's a very good negotiator. I got to give him thumbs up because he had me on my tippy toes dealing with that stuff, right? By the time he got to the price point that he wanted, and then he was like, well, we want to go and see it again. I'm like, just sign the contract. We can see it as many times as you want, but let's push it in. They wanted to go see the property again before pushing the property out. Just so happened by that weekend, they got another offer without all the contingencies that my client wanted and at a better price point. So they were like, well, all of a sudden they wanted to get back up to the price point that the seller wanted. But by the time the seller was done fighting with them, he was just like, you know what, we're going to go with this person. So now my clients are just a little bit discouraged. They're like, well, we don't see anything else we like. And, we're just going to wait until next year and stuff like that.
Oh God.
Yeah, girl. And you don't
You
even
might
want to know
want
the
to take
price
a
point.
drink.
But, I understand because they got a little baby and everything like that. And there's really nothing on the market. Sellers, please sell your house because there's nothing on the market. So I'm still like waiting. I know we've been through so many houses. I know exactly what they're looking for now. So I'm just waiting for that perfect house to pull up for them. And I'm also driving around and like walking into, they want new construction. So I've been walking into, these half-built houses and just knocking on the doors. I do crazy stuff. I've broken into houses. I've done stuff.
Don't confess that right now.
No, I haven't broken.
You were just playing.
No, I haven't broken. Don't break into anybody's house and don't say Shireen told you to do that. What I meant by broken into the houses is just like no one really invited me in, but the door's open and the workers are working, and I'll go knock on that door and be like, listen, I know your client is about to sell. Can I just have their information? Because right now in this market, that's what I have to do for my clients. I have to go out and find houses for them.
Buyer
And-
matching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
Especially with the new construction, because I'm finding that too. There's like none.
Nothing.
Yeah, I have like 2 buyers. They only want new construction. I'm like, anybody, new construction, give it to me. Give it. Yeah, because there's really.
Make phone calls. I drive up and down the street. The next thing I'm about to do, isn't it public correct me if I'm wrong. It's public knowledge when they take out permits to build houses, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay,
That's
so I'm
City
going to the
Hall.
town on Tuesday. I'll be like, who was building something over here? That's what I'm gonna have to do.
That's
Now,
a good
mind you, if
idea.
it's existing, it's going to be a little bit different, but that's definitely a good start to
Yeah.
find some
That's what I'm gonna have to
properties.
do. I'm gonna find you guys a house. I got you.
Just dedicated.
What tips do you have, Miss Cat?
I would say I do form a friendship with my clients,
Mhm.
and it's fun, and you get to know each other, and you drive around, and you eat at my weekends. But let's formulate a relationship after the closing. You know, I don't want to just see you every weekend showing you all types of homes, and we're laughing,
Right.
having a good time. But let's focus still on finding a house. You know,
Absolutely. It's a
let's find
business.
what we find, right, and then we can still be friends after. But the objective is not to look at homes every single weekend and just to be looking and looking and looking and looking. You
They'd
know,
be like, I'm lonely. I want to spend time with Kat.
Right?
That's a party.
right. So we're here. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get to know each other. But let's focus on the objective, and that's finding a house. And again, we'll close, and I'll come over, and we'll celebrate, and it'll be a good time afterwards.
They just love you.
Yeah.
They just love
Now
you.
let's focus. We can do other things besides look for houses.
You could do brunch, the 90s theme.
Right, we can do brunch. We can do let's just find a house and then have a friendship afterwards. What would you say?
I would definitely let my buyers know, and I tell them all of the time that the market is extremely competitive. So we have to definitely place our offers always above asking, even if it's $1,000, at least so the seller knows that you're serious. And to my sellers, definitely, just because it's a seller's market, it doesn't mean we can just put our houses at any number. We have to stay within, the regions of the market. And, as we all tell them all the time,
Woo, there's bottles popping.
as we tell them all the time, home buying is emotional. So just like I believe you guys said already, just stay steadfast. It's going to happen. The right house, the right offer, it's going to happen.
Right.
And not every weekend. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Not every weekend.
Yeah, we just got.
Come on,
So
say hi.
our-
You bringing us
Say hi.
champagne. Hi,
Our
thank you.
teammate Jason. We just actually shouted you out earlier.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we said, thank you for the opportunity on putting the plug in, like, get them girls on. So this is Jason that we had talked about. Well, I call him Fat Leaf earlier. So thank you so much for the platform. We appreciate it.
You a star.
He's so angry. Jason get on my nerves. Jason
Right
get
around the
on
way.
my
Like, oh, hold up. Nah, I'm right across here at the laundry, man. Like, yeah. You thought I was playing last time.
Talk about flavor, y'all. Y'all know I'm trying to sell flavor.
Oh,
Some people don't know.
Well, they gonna know
nice.
again,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Sell flavor.
Yes.
We do have a contract on flavor, so we just hoping that it goes through.
Ooh, that's right.
go ahead,
Guys.
And and the champagne is chilled, guys.
Oh.
Oh, and there's another one.
This one say Africa.
Send the bottle.
That's why I coach y'all.
I hear
Oh,
that.
thank you
Thanks,
so
Jason.
much.
And it's
Congratulations, y'all.
pink
Y'all
to
was
match the
dope.
balloons.
Y'all was watching earlier.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We definitely. So you gonna toast with us? You just gonna like? How about Pat?
You don't want no pink champagne?
How long we
Did
staying
Pat
with
run
3
away?
bottles?
Y'all know we gonna finish that.
We gonna finish
It's
or not?
It's R. It's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Again.
How many birthdays you got?
Right, you might as well keep that bottle over here. We got 2.
Oh, yeah, we can enjoy this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I toast
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks.
I'm so sorry.
No, I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, ladies, to a new season.
Yeah.
You know what? I was really hoping that pizza guy was gonna be him, and he was
Right,
gonna
like,
pizza.
right.
You order pizza?
No.
I think so.
We had a caller call in talking about did you guys order pizza?
This tastes real good.
Anyone want to call in with some questions, advice, what you want to hear from us next season?
No pizza,
You-
no
646
marshmallow.
Yeah, 646-233-1302. Custom. Did you say what your take on We were talking about buyers.
Oh, what advice I would give them?
Mhm.
Yes.
Kind of the same thing you guys said. What I'm running into is, listen, I'm a buyer's agent. You should definitely use a buyer's agent when you're purchasing a home, but all sellers are not demons. And
Yeah.
because I'm going through that now with all my buyers. Oh, my live ended. Thanks, guys. All
phone
of
just
my all of my buyers think that the seller is just out to get them and take advantage, and that's not always the case. I'm not saying that the seller's always going to be on your side, but they're not always in it to make you lose. So I've had like literally 2 deals die, and then they got revived the same week because the buyers thought that the sellers were just out to get them, and that's not always the truth. So
Oh, my God, brother's on. What in the world? I'm blushing. I'll wait until you go.
For me, I think it's the same thing. I think it's educating the buyer to have them a understanding of what the expectations are in this seller's world. And what I'm finding is that they're being educated by other people to say that FHA concessions are the way to go.
Definitely, I think I would have to agree with you, Tanya, as I was working the other Pro Tool. In my opinion, you have 3 piles: above asking, concessions.
Absolutely.
Concessions is like maybe 4 piles down. So you don't want to be in the concession.
It's not free money, you guys.
You're
getting
paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. You're
With
getting
interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
yeah.
Or
Every
even-
10,000 is about every 16,000 at the end of it.
Yes.
Okay. And
That's
if
a
you're
good way to
going to
tell
do
them.
concession,
Right.
think about what your offer is and then add your concession to that.
Right.
Right?
Right. Put it
I
on top.
understand that some people, you may need that extra cash left over
Absolutely.
to deal with moving costs. You're moving into a new house. You're going to have to buy new furniture, especially if you're coming from an apartment. I understand that. And do not open a credit line at a furniture store until you close. Okay, just saying that. But I understand that, sometimes you need a little bit of extra cash on hand, but think about what your offer is going to be, right? If they're asking, let's just put a number out of there, 300,000, you know that they want that 300,000, then you need $10,000 left over, then put the offer in at 310. Okay? So the seller nets what they want, and then your offer is just as good as another offer that is there at asking. Okay? That's what I had to do. with
I
my
say
client the
never
other
come in
day.
and asking. It's too
No,
competitive.
I'm
Well,
just
you know
saying,
what? If they
I'm
come in,
explain-
okay.
Yeah, I'm just explaining for the seller's concession
Okay.
purpose. So if you're gonna go in over, if you're gonna go in 5,000, 10,000 over asking for that, then just make sure that you put the seller's concession on top of that extra that you're gonna be offering. Just think about what the seller wants to net. Okay.
And I think you also have to listen to your realtor too, because I don't know if you guys are noticing, but depending on the area that I'm at, some areas are not as competitive as others, and especially some price points aren't as competitive.
Absolutely.
So when you're going, especially to the higher price points, you can throw in your concession. You can go below asking and throw in a concession because there aren't that many buyers that can.
In that price.
Yeah, and that price point. So again, it depends on. You should really speak to your realtor who knows that area, and get their advice on how you need to submit your offer.
Because
And
we were
trust
talking about
your
the new
realtor, yeah.
construction earlier. Most people who are pricing their properties at new construction, they know that, if it's been on the market for like more than 3 days,
Yeah,
they know they're not
below.
getting
Right.
asking.
Yeah.
They're not getting
3 days.
asking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if your thing stays on the market for more than that weekend that passed, as a new construction,
Right.
you're not getting on. They put a cushion in there for that.
After you diss me on your open house, and you
We have some commentary on this Facebook here. I want to definitely shout out the mayor, I mean the councilman of East Orange. Hey Chris, thanks for joining us.
Hey.
Hi, Chris.
Hey Chris, me and Chris went to high school together in East Orange, so it's nice to see him now. Well, it's wonderful to see him now as the councilman. But we
You
have
know, Maddie
some-
went to high school with every important person over there, right?
You know how we do. So I'm just joking, but listen to this. This person says, "I'm a mortgage closer, and I see lawyers go at it the most, but realtors are all about the check. Get it closed." Dorothy Bolton, I'm totally offended. I mean,
I don't think she was trying to offend.
Yeah,
I think she's
I
just
think that
trying to
went
say
two
that
ways,
we're
right.
gonna, because I've seen lawyers have like pissing contests of who can do
All
the
the
biggest
time.
of whatever, and we as the realtor just need to calm everybody's butt
Yeah.
down and keep them,
Yeah.
you know, moving
Right.
in the right direction of
Yeah.
getting the deal done, because the attorneys can make a simple transaction very difficult.
Yeah.
absolutely. And so
So-
can a buyer or a seller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think what Shireen said was right, and I forgot what term was used before, but someone told me that, yeah, that's the realtor's job. The buyer and the seller, they're very emotional. The attorneys don't, well, I won't say that they don't care, but they're there to protect their clients. And we're not after the check, but we're just about getting our clients to the finish line, whether you're representing the buyer or the seller, and getting them what they
Amen.
wanted. So I don't think that all realtors are after the check, but we have a goal in mind, and that's what we want to do. Is it the quarterback? I forgot what it is, but someone was like the realtor is.
Sports analogy.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
they
Quarterback.
gave, yeah, they
We
gave
run the ball.
they gave the sports analogy.
running back.
Yeah, or the running back. One of them is like, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't watch sports, so
We
as
both.
you can see, I watch basketball actually, but not football. But that was the analogy that was given. So,
Uh-oh, Pat came in here, so
We
it must
earn
be
it.
serious.
We earn it.
and we definitely
Absolutely.
earn it. I
We-
mean, I literally negotiate tens of thousands of dollars off of my transactions all the time. So I think not the little commission, but I think I work very hard for my commission.
We all work extremely
And
hard.
don't
And
get it
just like
wrong.
you, Dorothy, you work hard for your compensation as well. Again, our job is to provide a service. Friendships and relationships,
They formulate.
they
but-
formulate. They're
Right.
secondary. But at the end of the job, you have hired me to help you to get the home that you want. You, as a seller, has hired me to get
Get
you the
your home
price that you
sold.
want.
Sorry, I got
So as your realtor, I am doing my job to give
Get you
you
your
the
house.
service that you ask us to provide. So I get very offended when people say it's all about the check. Don't you go to work and don't you want to get paid? I go to
Exactly.
work, I want to get paid too.
And don't get me,
Handsomely.
don't get me wrong.
But we
if
don't
I see
always
my
get
client-
paid just because we
Right.
work. I don't mean to cut
Right.
you off, but we don't
Right.
always
We
get
don't.
paid.
Every weekend we're
I
out.
literally almost had 2 deals for like
7
yeah.
days a week. 7 days
Right.
a week.
Yes.
constantly on the phone, emails, texts, whatever.
And you don't always get paid. Like
We
you
do,
go to
right.
work, you know your check is coming at the end of that 2 weeks.
I get so mad.
We have worked for months at times,
Months.
like going through everything with our clients, and then
From the beginning
sometimes
to
it
the very end.
yeah, it doesn't close. And here's the thing that I want people to understand. If I see my client walking into, excuse the language, a shit show, I'm pulling them out. I'm like,
Absolutely.
listen, if you want to buy this house and I see where this is going already, you're going to pay way over. I'll lay it out to them. I'll never tell you don't buy the house, but I'll voice my concerns.
Right.
And if it's the house for you going to pay over for it, then you pay over for it, because that's what brings the market up and down. Understandable. But if I see something where there's like structural problems and you're saying, well, maybe, I'm like, maybe no, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't put my family member in that. And after we've built, I'm here to protect you, and I'm not going to let you buy a house unless you're an investor that has structural issues.
Absolutely.
Because you're thinking that, well, you know, it lasted for 100 years. Maybe it'll last another 100. Maybe not.
Yeah.
You know, so if it's a bad deal for you, I'm gonna voice my complaints, and I'm okay if you walk away with it
Yeah.
from it.
Absolutely.
I
It
don't-
comes
yeah.
with it comes with the territory.
Mm-hmm.
But those that are watching, again, our job is to provide a service. So I get very offended. I'm sure others do when you guys hear realtors are only in it for the money. Everyone does something for, to provide a living, and we're providing a service.
Right.
So after my services are rendered, yes, I am expecting compensation just like you when you go to work. Is that fair enough to say?
Absolutely, I think it's fair.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Bye, Felicia.
I think
Hey, cousin
also-
Fuquan, I miss you. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, and I don't know, like, so we're all realtors, right? So we actually have to abide by a code of ethics. So
Absolutely.
it's not about. We also have to put our clients first. That's what we're taught. We have classes that we have to take.
Fiduciary
We have
duty.
everything. Like we literally have to put their wants before ours. So yeah, we're not always about the check. But and I apologize if you feel that way. Maybe you need to work with one of us to kind of get a better
different
twist,
scope on
yeah,
things, right?
on what realtors do, because I don't believe. I'm not saying that they're not out there, but I'm saying I don't think any of these ladies on the panel are like that. So
Good answer,
Listen,
Candace.
I'm not gonna lose my license over one transaction.
Absolutely not.
Not worth it.
It's really not worth it. And shout out to everyone. Tanya, who's on your check-in? Did you end your live?
My live ended me.
I saw a lot of people on
A lot of
her
people were on
check-in.
there, and I came back, and I'm like, I want to come back, so I apologize.
Yeah. On Instagram, it gives us an hour, so we, and then being it's our last show, so we were sort of like going about some other stuff. In the event, before we wrap up this last season, someone had one more. Lord, I can't even talk this evening. One more question about commissions. This girl about to get blocked.
Only to piggyback on the commissions is that
Please do.
it's like, what are these agents doing? Like, are they doing professional photos? Like, what are they doing behind the scenes? I think a lot of times sellers don't see what we're doing behind the scenes.
I don't think
And-
anyone sees what we're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
I
we're
agree.
like counselors in the background, and we're maintaining this transaction. Because sometimes people are getting upset from both sides, and we're behind in the background, like maintaining this relationship, maintaining this transaction. So just know that your agent, and hopefully you have a good agent, is doing that in the background. If it fails and something happens, then I would question that. But I think I'm on amongst a board of agents that believe the same way that I do, is that we go above and beyond for our clients and really try to get the best possible price that we possibly can, whether it be on the buyer or seller side.
Absolutely. We have one more question before we go. Discount commissions versus full service commissions.
It's just what it says.
Help me understand.
It
what
is
that meant.
discount commission. You're going to get a discount agent that does discount work, and full service commission is going to give you a full service
Right.
agent that does full service work. Okay,
Absolutely.
that is
That's
very
exactly
simple.
What do they say?
Amen.
What I
Let's go
paid
back to
for
church right
versus,
now.
versus what I received.
Exactly.
What I paid for versus what I received. Yeah.
So
Well,
if you
Answer
wanna,
that question.
if you walk into a car dealership and you see a car that has a Bentley sticker on it and they selling it for $5,000, you know that ain't no Bentley.
There you go.
That's a
So-
Tesla.
There's not even a Tesla $5,000.
I have
But
Khadijah.
you know, you pay for you get what you pay for. It's very
Absolutely.
I
simple.
totally agree.
Buyers, remember this: you do not pay agents
Zero,
unless certain
$0.
circumstances you may have to. Okay, but I would say 90% of times buyers do not worry. We work for you guys pretty much for free because you guys
You
do
don't
not
pay.
pay us.
Right.
Okay, we get paid by the seller's agent. I mean, yeah, we get paid by the seller's agent, which in turn get paid by the seller. And sellers, there are a lot of discount brokerage and realtors out there and stuff like that. And basically, they throw your house at a wall and hopefully something sticks. That's basically what it is. If you want to actually work with someone who's going to work in your best interest and do the hard work, then you have to pay for it. Like,
Right.
that's basically it.
Yeah, don't choose that agent that taking the picture like from the car and you can see the car like the window. I see it
I see
ever so often. Okay, so
next season. That's what you know. What Madison?
I've seen that.
Madison,
Girl, all
You see the
day.
bottom of the window.
Now you can do the
Yes.
ins and outs
And
of
the
a listing
window
appointment.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Madison, put it in your notes. Next season, what we're gonna do bad real estate pictures
Yes.
because
I don't know what those are, so I'm just gonna go with the
good.
good. I'm just gonna go with the good.
Woo, That would be amazing.
We're gonna do comparison of what not to do,
right?
What not to do.
what
yes.
not to do. So I think next season is gonna be so much fun, ladies.
Yes,
Going
it
to
will
be
be.
I think we've
amazing.
worked out some of the kinks, and we're gonna keep the crazy, and we're gonna just just stick with us, people. It's gonna be an entertaining ride.
Got it.
And we-
All right.
Khadijah is on my live, and she says congratulations to you
KB.
all.
Thank
Thank you.
Hey KB, I love some KB.
And
So-
FYI, we got a bottle and a half left to go,
Oh,
ladies.
all right.
So drink
Oh, don't worry about
up.
that.
Drink
So
up.
before we leave, let's talk about real quick. We have like 1 second left. What do you have coming up on the market?
I have a property in Richfield Park that is coming back on the market. And then I have something in Union that I have never laid eyes on, but one of my investors
Ooh.
just called me and was like, listen, it needs to be listed. And I think I have like 2 listing appointments that's coming up, so we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
Yeah, I may need that union one.
Yeah.
Like you're coming into my territory. We'll talk.
All right.
I'm more of a buyer's agent, so I'm just scoping and looking for properties for my buyers. No listings as of right now, but just any off-market deals, any off-market properties, any realtors may have, send them my way. You can slide in my DM with the pictures and the info. I'll look at it, send it to my buyers. Anything is appreciated.
Awesome. I just recently listed a multi, so I'm excited about that. You guys know I'm super excited about the Madison Realty Group. Hey, Sade. Hey, Ru. I know she's watching. And I'm looking forward to definitely, hopefully, ensuring that I make the Circle of Excellence this year as we close out.
Woo!
Nice.
I said
Goals,
planning.
baby, goals.
I said planning.
Right.
That's okay.
Miss Custom Fitted, what you got going on, boo?
Yeah, I mostly work with buyers as well. Sorry.
That's the producer, number 2.
Yeah, so I just have a few closings that are coming up, and
Just a few
still-
closings.
No, but still looking for more because I don't really do the Circle of Excellence, but I still like to. I have internally my numbers that I like to, keep abreast. So yeah, I got a few more left for the year that I gotta get done. But yeah, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
How about you, Miss Tanya?
I think right now my foot's pedal to the metal right now.
Definitely.
I definitely have some listings coming up here in Plainfield and Plainfield, New Jersey, and also in North Plainfield. I have a few that are coming up. So if you see that I have a couple in Newark, a couple multifamily. So I'm for the most part have been a buyer's agent. However, I'm like kind of exploring the seller's world. So I appreciate the opportunity, and definitely look me up. Sold by Tanya J.
You hear?
Sold by
Write it
Tanya
down.
J. Reach out to any of us ladies, and I think that you will have a great experience in this real estate world.
Absolutely.
I just actually. My mic is on. Who can I share with? I'm
there you go, you
on.
back.
I did actually see your listing in Newark, and I was like, "Oh, this is this is Tanya's." But it was
Yes.
out of my buyer's range, but
That brick one, right?
it was
Yeah.
honey.
I mean,
And
they
that
wore
iron
me
round
out this
was
weekend.
gorgeous.
Yes, it was
Gorgeous,
they were-
gorgeous.
I had 40 buyers come by this weekend.
Congratulations.
The open house?
Yes,
Yeah.
the
I like
open
those
house.
crazy news.
Crazy.
Oh, you busy.
Insane. It was insane.
Sound like money
but,
calling.
It was
Yeah.
definitely a nice
Yeah.
property.
You know.
Well, Tanya, can I ask you one
Wow.
question?
Sure.
With a crazy open house like this, because I was at one the other day, Sunday with my client, and
Oh,
I've
seconds.
had like open houses where I've had like 30 people come in. Do you let them all in, or do you let the line pile up and say like 5 at a time? So you can walk
I
them
definitely
out?
try to control. But I don't want them to walk through, especially if it's tenant occupied.
Right.
Sure.
So that way that I make sure that the tenant, my sellers, tenants are that they're represented and that they feel like that their property is secured.
Okay.
So I definitely tried to regulate how many people would go in, and no one went in without an agent, whether it be myself or any other agent. So yes, a line at the door is always good. That way they let them know when they come with the nonsense of an under offer
Like,
of list
that,
price.
It doesn't.
Did you
Then
not
it
see that
doesn't
line?
like you
Right.
know. Did you see the line? That's all I gotta say. Did you see the
Yeah.
line? So it definitely was a great day. Offers have been coming in. So
Yes.
245 Leslie Street. Come back, holler at me.
Plug it in, girl. Plug it in.
Get on my nerves.
Plug it in.
Really quick, tell us how to find you, Shireen.
Well, you can definitely follow me on Instagram at she sells with an S .real estate, and then I'm also on Facebook, Shireen Slowly. You guys can hit me up any which way. Okay, I'm here. You can slide in the DMs. Remember for houses.
Specify.
30 houses.
30 seconds left.
You can find me on Instagram, Mrs. MRS_Realty on Instagram, Kathleen Henriquez Ali on Facebook. You can text me, give me a call, 908-343-4613, or mybrokercali@gmail.com. Or mybrokerscali.com
Go ahead, girl.
on my website. Any
finished.
way you wish to find me, you can give me a call, reach out
Or-
to me. I'm here. Go ahead.
Madison Frazier, and I can be contacted on Facebook as well as Instagram at Miss Madison Realty. Plain and simple.
Right. Yeah, now look at me.
Right.
You can contact me at custom_fitted_realty, custom with the K on Instagram. And I guess Candace at group26.com.
You want to tell us one more time, Tanya?
You
How
can
they
reach me
contact you?
at on Instagram, and that's also on Facebook. I do believe I'm at Soul by Tanya J at Gmail.
All right, guys. We'll see you next season. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was fun, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not because I turned it off.